Hello, and welcome to the 20th episode of the 10th Divine podcast. This is a show about Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm your host, Raven, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Shanty. How you doing this week, Shanty?
Well, my brain's getting fried to the point where I can't think to unplug it and plug back in a mic, so that'll tell you where I'm at.
It's all right, don't sweat it.
Yeah, a few weeks away from first work holiday in 9 months, and that's going to be glorious.
Do you have exciting holiday plans?
We'll be visiting my in-laws, because part of the reason that I didn't take it earlier is because I wanted to line it up with spring break when Mrs. Shanty is off, so...
Right, okay. Well, that sounds... not working is good.
Yeah, and I'll be streaming actually quite a bit for my standards anyway during those 2 weeks.
Cool.
Got some plans in the works for that.
Cool.
We'll touch more on that for the next episode.
Yeah, exciting. We shall await to hear all of your news.
All right, and how are you doing this week?
Yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I had a pretty heavy week at work this week, so a bit like on the gaming and a bit too much on the financial accounting, because that's what I do for a living. And it's audit season at my work. So I had to. I've been spending a lot of time with spreadsheets this week. I'm spending a lot of time with spreadsheets.
I work in check processing, and it's also audit season for us.
Yeah. So at least I only have my own audit to do, but producing, well, not to do, obviously I don't audit my own stuff, but to prepare for. But yeah, so just getting everything ready for our auditors who should have started work this week. And so I had a couple of, late nights. I was working until 10 p.m. on Thursday. That was loads of fun. And then, working quite late last night as well. So hoping that the next couple of weeks is not quite as busy, but there's also I've got some HR stuff going on as well, which is always fun.
Yes.
Life of a senior manager. I don't recommend it. I would like more video gaming and less adulting. That's really what I would like in my life right now.
I'm pretty sure that's the dream for all of us.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, we are very excited for today's guest, Sindradottir. Oh, I mispronounced it. I asked you how to pronounce it, and then I didn't pronounce it.
You did
I'm going to call you Sindra.
Thank you. You did great.
I'm really sorry.
you actually did really well.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Sindra?
I'm doing great. And don't worry, that is one of the big things about my chat. Whenever I get rated, one of the things I say is, "Welcome in. My name is Sindra or Sindradottir, whichever one works for you, works for me."
Cool.
Everyone gets it wrong, so it's fine.
Cool. Good. Well, I feel like I'm in illustrious company then, so that's a good start.
Well, Sindra is great for us because we both play WoW and Sindragosa and all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're not going to forget Sindra in a hurry, so that's a good start. What have we all gotten up to in game since? Did we record 2 weeks ago? I forget.
We did.
We did. Yeah, we did record 2 weeks ago. Shanty, tell me about your last 2 weeks in gaming. Clearly, my brain is also needing a holiday.
In ESO, because of the dentist bills, for the first time since last February, I don't have ESO Plus, and I miss it.
Oh no, your bags!
Yeah, it's become inventory management online, and that's a lot less fun than Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, that
definitely is its own mini game.
Aside from logins, writs, I've been doing a little bit of parsing, just trying to get used to the 1-bar build that I'm working with right now, because I got the Oaken Soul a little while ago, and I've just been between burnout and the lack of ESO Plus. It's been hard to log in, but I have been getting back into it a little bit. I'm not pleased with where my parses are at yet, but I just started doing it, so I'll give it time.
Yeah.
How about you, Sindra?
Oh, gosh, the last 2 weeks. I've been doing a bit more variety the last 2 weeks, just because I've been the downtime from the Elsewhere event and leading up to Necrom. I'm feeling a little lost at sea, you might say. Like, "Ooh, what do I do now? What do I do now?" But in ESO, I went and did Maelstrom for the second time ever, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this again. I used to do combat all the time, and I stopped doing combat because I got burnt out on it. And housing is my main focus.
Yes.
But with the last 2 weeks, I've had 5 housing contests that I was in, so I wanted to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Seems fair.
And you, Raven?
Yeah. So mostly
You have
I've
managed to log in.
yeah,
anyway.
exactly. I've bossed a lot of spreadsheets recently. That's not quite as exciting as playing ESO. Obviously, been logging in for writs and just my daily login and everything. But I did not this week, but last week I did manage to go and do some dungeons with some of the lovely people over at the Law Seekers Guild, the
Oh,
EU Law
excellent.
Seekers
Nice.
Guild. Yeah, so I got messaged by somebody in our Warcraft guild who also plays ESO on sort of Thursday morning saying, oh, we're going to do some dungeons over on the Law Seekers tonight. We could sort of use a healer. And so, yeah, we went and did just normals, nothing very exciting, but it was good to get back into a little bit of group content because that hasn't happened recently very much. It was good to remember how the healing build works because obviously I don't play the healing build when I'm soloing because that would be a very slow way to get anything done. So
Yes.
it was quite good to be like, oh yeah, remind me how healing works in ES. Oh yes, completely differently from how it works in World of Warcraft. Yes, I remember. Yes, okay. What does this button do? Oh, it made a little net appear. Oh yeah, I remember. That's a thing. Oh, I can make a big forest. Yes, I remember. So spent lots of time doing that. The person who was tanking was also like their first time tanking, so we just had a good time like messing about in some relatively low level dungeons, and we just did the pledges basically, and it was good. It was just nice to get back into that swing of things. Hoping to do that more regularly with that group of people, although I didn't manage to do it this Thursday because I was working till 10 p.m. Instead, I played the spreadsheet game. I think most of when I would have been playing dungeons, I was chasing £2.50 around a spreadsheet, so that's always good. When your accounts, dual entry accounts, have to balance. That's why you have a balance sheet. It's all about them balancing, and by balancing, you want the two halves to be the same number, not £2.50 different.
Yeah.
And it's never just £2.50. The trouble is, it's never like £2.50. It's like 50,000 in one direction and 48,000 or like 49,900 like in the other direction, and you're like, ugh.
I remember those days from my old role because I used to do the end of day balancing for our on-site transmissions, and like your spreadsheet, we have to balance to the penny.
Yeah.
And multiple days off by 2 cents.
Yeah.
Off by a nickel.
Yeah.
Maddening.
Yeah. That was a less fun game. I would much rather have been doing some ESO dungeons. It wasn't an awful lot of fun, but it's important, and I'm a big grown-up, and I have to do work things sometimes. So never mind. But yeah, other than that, I've started doing some questing in Stonefalls. I'm starting a little bit on Cadwell Silver. So just started doing a little bit of questing over in Stonefalls towards that. So we're hoping to have some time to finish some of that up at some point when I can stop being a grown-up and I'm allowed to play video games again. Right, let's dive into our interview section. So, Sindra, how did you discover the Elder Scrolls in general and ESO in particular?
Well, when I was a kid, my first real RPG was Morrowind on the Xbox. I got in trouble so many nights for staying up all night playing. 21 years later, my love affair with Tamriel has continued, and the only things that have changed are now it's mostly ESO, and I don't get in trouble anymore.
You don't get in trouble, but maybe do have the consequences? I don't know.
Well, there's still consequences. I just don't get in trouble.
Totally fair.
Okay, and are you a single character player, or do you have a bunch of alts ready to go?
Yes. I have 18 characters on NA and 3 on EU, and I am primed and ready to go for those 2 more character slots when Necrom drops. But for the most part, they're Rip Mules, aside from my mains on each. But the majority of the time, you'll find me on NA on my Khajiit Akita.
Cool. What's your EU main?
My EU main is also Akita, but it's Akita Sindradottir, the whole name. And they're both Nightblades.
Cool. How did you get started in content creation?
Oh, so that's a good question. It's kind of funny, actually. About 2 years ago, I started thinking that maybe it'd be something I would want to do. And I started networking, talking to other streamers, asking questions. I met Nordenheim through Locke's stream. We found out that we're actually very distantly related. And
Wow.
nor did I, right, very, very distantly. We share a 39th great grandfather.
Okay.
But we started talking about it, and then we started talking about streaming, and we both started talking about wanting to stream. So we started making overlays, and we were working side by side, getting things going. And we started about the same time. Yeah, so I just started making overlays and prepping the stream, and then on my birthday, I hit the go live button. So aside from the sheer terror and anxiety, it was really just as simple as that.
What made you? What drew you towards wanting to do that? Do you think?
It's a really good question because I am an extreme introvert. But you wouldn't think so with being a streamer. Like, how can you be an introvert, an extreme introvert, and be a streamer, right? I am nervous most of the time. I have learned to start talking to the wall until the wall starts talking back. So like I'm coping, you know? But I think it was just, so I'm disabled, and I think it was just a want of human interaction when that kind of thing started becoming less of a thing for me because of the pandemic and because of being disabled. So I didn't really get much human interaction. So I'm like, this would be a great way to up that.
Yeah, no, I share some of those feels. I'm also a massive introvert. So having just moved house, people are like, when can we come and see you? And I'm like, no.
That's not how we do things. No.
No. And people say things like, so are you going to get a sofa bed for your lounge in case people want to come and stay with you? And I'm like, no, people don't come and stay with me. That's not, no. Like, that's not how this is going to go.
As introverted as I am, I'm amazed that there is a Mrs. Shanty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also 3 introverts on a podcast.
Yeah. And my other podcast, we're also 2 introverts and often interview other introverts. I do genuinely think that this is quite a good medium to sort of hang out with people in. And it's a medium you're kind of in control of because I'm playing a video game that I like to play and I can talk to chat or chat can talk to themselves, or, you know, you can kind of.
There's something about putting a monitor and a million miles between each other that really helps drop the walls. It's so weird.
Yeah, totally.
So you do stream on Twitch. What's it like building an inclusive community in that space? Because I know it can definitely be a challenge.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's definitely a bit difficult sometimes. I'm fat, femme, queer, disabled, and unashamed of any of it. So naturally that comes with some haters from time to time. Most of the time I don't let it get to me. I'm in my mid-30s. I've heard it all. There's nothing they can say that I haven't heard before. And honestly, I own it. If you wear it as armor, they can't hurt you with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I've found that by being unashamed by any of it and positive about it, it's created a space where people feel safe to exist with people like themselves. And I've watched people bloom over the last year and a half from shy to bold and brave. And that's what makes it so rewarding. The community is what makes it worth it.
Yeah, 100%. We've also, I've been hate raided. I've had, we occasionally get people who turn up when we're recording the other podcast, and hell, abuse or ask really obnoxious questions, or
Mhm.
like, yeah, we've done all of that. Good moderators who are
Right.
quick with the ban hammer.
I think
Um,
I hit the go live button for the first time in the middle of all that hate rating that was happening for the ESO
mm,
fan. And I think it was my third or fourth stream that I got hate rated. And
mm,
I was so terrified. I was so terrified to go live again. But I was
yeah,
like, I can't let it stop me. So let's just go ahead and breathe through it. I did what I needed to do. I shut it all down real fast, shut down chat, but I was still streaming and I just powered through. And
yeah,
then in a couple days, I went live again. And you know what? It's kind of like, okay, guess what? It happened.
yeah.
And now you're done. Move on.
Yeah, and I do think after it's happened to you once, you're like, oh, okay, so that's what that feels like. It doesn't feel very nice, but like that's where the button is to turn sub only chat on. That's where
Mhm.
like emote only chat button is. That's what like this is what I need to do. Like you, I mostly just ride it out if it happens. Sometimes. So the time it happened, the first time it happened, I was in the middle of a like Mythic Plus dungeon in World of Warcraft. So I'm in the
Mm.
middle of some timed group content, and it's just I can see my followers ticking up over in the corner, like in my Twitch control panel. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And then I started seeing it started. I mean, usually it would be good, but if you get a follow pile
You get
because
suspicious.
you get suspicious, and then you see some of the names, and it's like,
Mhm.
and they're really like anti-queer names, and because I run
Mm.
with the LGBT tag and a queer tag, and it's like, oh, okay, like so then one caught my eye that was like, Jesus hates queer people, and I was like, oh, I see what's coming, but I'm also in the middle of attempting to complete some timed content. This is unhelpful.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I mean, everybody understood what was going on. It was like, okay, I just have to, we have to stop here right now, and I have to do a thing over in my chat room.
It's kind of amazing because there's been some really amazing tools that have been created by the community in general. And now Twitch has finally given us shield mode, which is great.
Yes.
But I learned about all those old tools like Seribot and Commander Root and things like that. That very recently, a fellow streamer, brand new to streaming, she got hate rated 3,000 people in a matter of 2 minutes.
Oh,
And she didn't know what to do. She shut down stream, and I heard about it and I was like, hang on 1 second, I'm gonna help you out. And I
yeah,
jumped over into chat with her and got her all set up and showed her how to take care of it all. And we got her back down to her actual follow number
yeah.
and she was good to go. She went streaming later that day. You just
Oh,
have to get back on the
amazing.
horse. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
a big shout out to Commander Root. Their tools
Mhm.
are like amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yes, and back when all the hate raids were going on, I got hit too. Fortunately, I caught it with the first bot that came in, so
Mhm.
I was able to just ban that one and didn't have too much of an impact. But like you, I found Seribot, and to this day, I still have a 10-minute timeout for new followers before they can chat.
I've gotten
Yeah,
really comfortable with it and I don't have that timeout anymore, but I also have it set up so easily the way my layout is on my monitors that if anything happens, I can hit that shield mode button myself in half a second. I don't even have to wait for a
yeah,
mod for it. So it's definitely a lot easier. Um, and I find that again, it's that whole if you wear it like armor, they can't hurt you. You can't do anything to me I haven't already experienced, right? So let's just go ahead and show that we're not afraid of them, and we'll be okay.
yeah. I did make me laugh that Twitch have finally
Oh,
launched
finally,
their
right?
shield button.
I'm
Finally,
grateful for it, but it took a little while, a little too long.
like
2 years
fucking hell,
later,
like you need fucking
Mm-hmm.
2 years, Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
2 years. Like, good grief. Hey Alex, welcome to chat. Yeah. It was nice that they got there eventually. It's nice to
Mm-hmm.
have it there. It's good. I also, have it definitely where I can hit it really quickly, but like, yeah, madness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have done multiple subathons. In fact, you're kindly taking a break from one to come and chat to us. What goes into choosing incentives and things for that?
Yep, you are actually correct. I am in the middle of one right now, but don't worry, we're on a Words on Stream break.
Cool.
But
Okay.
when it comes to incentives, honestly, I find that to be the most difficult thing. You have to pick things that people want to see, but you also have to pick things you're willing to do. And that's like beans. Beans are a pretty common incentive because everybody likes to see their streamer be tortured with beans. Turns out I have a very sensitive sense of taste, though.
Yeah.
So I try not to do beans too much. It looks like Shanty's looking for his beans.
Yeah, Shanty's looking for his beans. You don't have to do beans now. It's okay. Everybody's getting their beans.
No, that's one that I constantly use for Extra Life. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I will say my favorite bean's the blue one because win or lose, you still win. But I like to do wheel spins of prizes. People seem to enjoy that. So it's a bunch of prizes on the wheel for ESO, from gold and fish and perfect row and crafting mats to booby prizes like sticks. I don't know why, but the community loses their absolute mind for sticks. And
okay.
Yeah, so like burnt branch and
okay.
and hard branch. Like I don't know why, but they lose their mind. Everybody's like sticks. So sticks are on the wheel. It's a booby prize that's not so much a booby prize.
The booby prize that everyone wants, by the sound of it.
Also thrones, Daedric thrones. People love the Daedric thrones.
Okay.
Fake fish, so like furnishing fish. And then of course sausages. Sausages are a great one. I just send them sausages. Things like that. But there's also like onesie mode. When my community activates onesie mode, it's utterly adorable.
Oh.
I have an otter onesie, and the first time they activated onesie mode, everybody lost their mind. I was like, I had the little paws and the face over my head, and it was adorable. I was like, look, it has a tail.
Oh my goodness.
So that seems to be a pretty good incentive now.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you do, incentives are hard to find because you have to find things that people want to see.
Yeah.
But things you're also willing to do. But in the end, it's also kind of relaxing to think about it like this, that it's really just a bonus prize for them. The incentives are a bonus prize. If they want to sub to you, if they want to help push the timer, they will.
Yeah.
We don't need an incentive to do it. They will.
Yeah.
But the incentive is the cherry on top.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Otter onesies. That sounds like great fun. We're just going to take a quick pause to remind you that we are part of Bonus Roll Productions. Shanty, is that your Bonus Roll merch that you're wearing today?
This is my team jersey. Yes.
This is your team jersey. Your personalized team jersey.
Yes.
Hey, there you go. I need to order mine. So yes, we are part of Bonus Roll Productions. You can find our show and lots of other great MMO-focused podcasts, such as Girls Gone WoW, which is my other show, Realm Maintenance, Technically PvP, all over at bonusroll.gg. You can also buy merch. You can buy our show merch. You can buy my other show merch. You can't have a team jersey, so sorry about that. They're only for team members. But
well, I mean, if you want to pay $1,000 for a jersey, you can.
They're on our Etsy shop, and they're basically the team jerseys are up with a ridiculous price because we can't have them as staff only, if you see what I mean.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we had to do some hacking around things, but it's etsy.com/shop/bonusrollproductions, I think. So yeah, go and search for Bonus Roll Productions on Etsy, and you can get some merch if you feel like it.
So we here at the 10th Divine are fans of including charity as part of your content creation platform. And you have worked with several in the past year alone. How do you go about choosing which ones to work with?
Honestly, I love doing charity work. I've done it all my life, from working in food kitchens and food banks to building houses to fundraising. Nowadays, fundraising is about all I can do anymore. So to be able to do it here on Twitch with my stream team, Streamers for Charity, it helps to give meaning to my stream. As a team, we tackle multiple charities a year, and they often have a great meaning for us individually. We also tend to coordinate with other charity groups throughout the year for their charity campaigns, like when Nordenheim did the Halloween-themed Gamers Outreach charity drive. That was one that a few of us from Streamers for Charity got involved with as well, myself included. So really, honestly, it's interesting because we coordinate with each other. For me, it's less about picking it. It's more about which one are we doing next, guys? I'm ready to go. Let's do it. I did one recently for Ukraine. That one I did on my own, and that was a good one. But I really, really do love doing the charity streams and the campaigns that we do together as a team.
Cool. Who have you been raising money for recently? So you said Ukraine. Who else? Any others stand out recently?
Actually, we just finished AHA, so American Heart Association, for their Heart Month, which was the one I actually joined the team for, because, and this is where I'm going to get a little emotional, so I apologize. My dad died from congestive heart failure 30 days after hitting the go live button for the first time. Yeah, it was a pretty rough go there for that. Everything, the carpet just got ripped right out from under me. It was a rough go. Till I found the new normal. But he's been a driving force for it. And one of the last things he said to me was that he wanted me to be happy, and charity work makes me happy. So I'm glad to do it, especially in honor of him.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, but that's an amazing thing to do to come from it.
Yeah.
This is also my question. Weird. What kind of shenanigans can a viewer expect if they tune in during one of your fundraisers? What's your fundraising look like?
Well, like I mentioned before, definitely beans and wheel spins like in subathons. I also like to throw in crown giveaways, pet code giveaways that I hoard for charity streams, rogue energy giveaways, lots of giveaways, honestly. giveaways. I've also recently used my hair as an incentive, allowing chat to pick the next color, but alas, they have not reached that stretch goal yet, so hence the pause. Plus things like stickers on my face, Sharpie tattoos on my body, just, whatever new thing I can come up with. I'm not good at drawing with my left hand. With my right hand, I'm okay, but with my left hand, it's not so good. So, get there early if I'm doing drawings, all right? If I run out of room over here, it's not going to be pretty.
Okay. Top advice. That's really cool, though. Sharpie tattoos. I hadn't thought about that.
Okay, and this I forgot to add to the notes, but we do want to ask you about ESO fashion.
Yeah, okay.
What is your involvement with that?
Yeah, so I joined the team in June of last year as the furniture editor for the site. Exiled Messenger is the owner, and I just call her Exile. She's been an absolute joy to work with, and was honestly truly unaware of just how much people love the site. I'm telling her, oh yeah, no, people love this feature, and she's like, really? I feel like I only ever hear complaints about it. I'm like, oh no, that's the thing. You never hear the good from the people who love it. You only hear the bad. But yeah, it's been a process learning the system. I offered to help her out with it because there was a particular furnishing, and now I know the name of it. At least I think I do. Now I'm going to forget it. Blessed Crystal, I think is what it is. But it's a yellow furnishing, right? It's a yellow crystal, and they're so rare. Truly yellow and not orange. And I couldn't remember the name of it. I couldn't remember where it was from. I couldn't remember anything about it except that it was a crystal and it was yellow. And searching crystal didn't bring it up. And searching yellow didn't bring it up. And I finally found it after literally going through all 144 pages at the time of all the furnishings in the game. I found it. Well, I was prepared to go through 144 pages. Since it starts with a B, I found it pretty early. But I messaged her, I'm like, I notice you do this on your own. First off, I love it. Thank you so much. You've done such a wonderful service to the community. I don't want to step on any toes, so please take this the best way. But would you be interested in any help? And she sent me, like, before she even responded to me, I got an email from the site saying I had a new account. And then she sent me an email with a document telling me how to do things. And I'm like, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Apparently she was 100% down for this. And it's been great since. So we're in the process of getting all the old furnishing pages updated to be in line with the new design for each page. So it'll have the most information and most accurate information and better pictures. But while also doing that, and there are more than 7,000 furnishings.
Wow.
Yeah. So while also doing that, I have to also get each update uploaded and ready to go before it goes live, right? It's a little hard.
Yeah.
I have just under 3 weeks now to get all of update 37 up ready to go, and I could do it. But that's the thing. It's time consuming. It's easy. It's just time consuming. With streaming 8 hours every day, it's hard to work in time to work on the site. But it turns out people actually like to watch me do it. So every Friday I upload the Lux item to the site live on stream if I'm doing a Friday night stream. And I often do website Wednesdays where I upload a batch of pages for whichever upcoming update is in the wings. So it works. It works. I didn't think people would want to watch me do it, but every time I do it, people are like, "Ooh, what's this?"
That's so cool. I like watching people, like having people watch you doing your job. It's quite like, it's a kind of like, that seems pretty cool.
Who would have thought, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's pretty fascinating what people do like to watch on Twitch. But yeah, watching people updating a website, yay! I guess if it's the new stuff from the new update, then it gives them a chance to sort of see what's coming and stuff that they might not have looked at or thought or whatever.
I always make sure when I'm doing website Wednesdays that I put a spoiler warning up at the top and everything, so people know, hey, just so you know, PTS spoilers. If you don't want to see it, come back in a little while, you know. But yeah, because I never do a long amount of time on the website. I only ever do like maybe half an hour at a time. So
yeah, fair enough. Do you do a lot of stuff on the PTS, or are you just pulling out the things that you need to do for the update?
Yeah, it's mainly the second the PTS goes live with a new update, I'm on there with a template character, pulling out all the new furnishing patterns, all the new furnishings, getting all the pictures, getting the lighting just right. Like it's a whole thing. But that's pretty much all I do is I do houses and furnishings when it comes to the PTS. I completely commend people who go on there and like day one and start running trial groups to try and figure out the trials or the dungeons or what have you. That's a whole lot of work. And honestly, like I said, I commend them because we all use that work when we're going on to do the dungeons ourselves when it comes to live. So
yeah.
All right, and finally, we do have a few questions to, just for fun to wrap up the interview. If you could choose one race or species from Nirn and plop them into our reality, which would you choose?
This was a hard question. Khajiits are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But if I could pick any race, it'd be Little Mafit. Because who doesn't love fox people? Come on, Zos. Fox people win. Fox people win. They're not officially extinct, just assumed so. Come on, you can do it. It even says that they just disappeared into the Black Marsh, never to be seen again. You can do it. It's ESO.
Yeah, bring them back. Yeah, for sure. Good answer. Who is the best companion so far? And do you think one of the new ones is gonna push them off their perch?
Precious Murder Kitten and her sparky toe beans. Ember is honestly my favorite, hands down.
Ember is the best.
The second Ember went live, I was like, "See ya, Miri," and just went and got Ember. The only thing about her that's annoying to me, right? The only thing about her that's annoying to me is that she doesn't like fishing, because I love fishing in game, which a lot of people think is weird, but I love it. It's very zen, very calming.
Yeah.
But I get why she doesn't like it. She's a cat, and she thinks it's boring to sit there with a pole when she could just jump in there with her claws and grab them. So I get it.
Yeah.
But I am excited about the new Argonian. I'm excited to help him uncover his past and find out exactly what that is.
I always love how excited Ember is about picking up runes. Like,
right? Doing something with magic-y?
Yeah.
Scientifical's least favorite line. No, I absolutely adore her, though. She has affected my own personal lexicon more than I expected because fish biscuits actually became one of my swears. So there you go. I'm actually in the middle of a housing build right now that is a bookstore and a cafe combination, and I'm calling it the Book and Biscuit.
Hey!
And I just finished a house for her for a contest that was a build a house for a companion. And so I built a house for Ember, and it was her very first home kind of thing.
Amazing.
So I'm a little in love with Ember, all right?
Yeah, I too love. We're all in the Ember Club. I think. Yeah, she's just she's just ever so slightly sarcastic all the time, which is just perfect. I very much enjoy Ember's company.
And finally, why is AD the best faction?
Oh, because they're bright yellow, so easy to spot. You meant best for cannon fodder, right?
Yeah.
If you're not EP, you're AP. I say as if I did EP.
Lotus will be proud of that line.
Yeah. Lotus will definitely be happy with that answer. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Can you let our listeners know where they can find you?
Oh, yeah. So I am on Twitch at twitch.tv/Sindradottir. I'm on Twitter at the same handle, Sindradottir. And I have my own website, Sindradottir.com. It is mainly my merch site, but has my link tree and has stream-related things on there as well. So.
Cool. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. If you've enjoyed it, please let other people know and give it a review wherever you're listening to us. Rating and reviewing the show will help other people to find it. You can also give us a review over at the Bonus Roll podcast directory. Go to bonusroll.gg/directory to find it. If you want to get in touch with the show, you can find us on Twitter at 10th Divine Pod, or you can email us at 10thdivинepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to find us in other places, you can find me, Raven, over at Girls Gone WoW if you're a World of Warcraft fan, or if tabletop RPGs are your thing, check out As the Dice Roll, where I'm part of the crew of the Cautious Optimism. You can find me as Silky Raven on Twitter, Twitch, or Instagram, or you can find me on the GGW Discord at girlsgonewow.net/Discord. There is a channel for ESO chatter in that Discord and lots of other general gaming chat.
And you can find me, Shanty, on Twitter or Twitch, where I stream ESO and other MMOs at Shantyman Gaming. If blogs are your thing, you can check out my Road to Endgame series on the Bonus Roll website. You can also find me on the Girls Gone WoW Discord, joining in the ESO chatter and gaming chat, and a whole variety of other gaming Discords. Feel free to say hello if you happen to see me online.
We will be back in a fortnight with another lovely chat about ESO. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.